Hello everybody and welcome back to another Starfield video. Today we have a great selection of mods, so without further ado, let's get into it. Real quickly guys, before we move on, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, all that good jazz, and without further ado, let's get into it. You may or may not have heard that Destiny 2 and Star Wars did a crossover. So Star Wars inspired cosmetics were added to Destiny 2 lately, and now, thanks to the power of modding, those Destiny 2 Star Wars cosmetics are here in Starfield. So it's basically like a Destiny 2 Star Wars Starfield collab in a weird way. So let me show you what I mean. So in Destiny, there are 3 playable classes: Titans, Warlocks, and Hunters. This is the set that was given to the Titans. It is a Stormtrooper. While normally cosmetics are inspired by what the crossover is in Destiny, yeah, they pretty much completely just made a Stormtrooper, but it looks fantastic. So this is the Titan set. Now these act as spacesuits in Starfield, so you can have a legitimate Stormtrooper spacesuit now in Starfield, so whether you're playing on a Star Wars like save, or whether you just would like to have a little bit of fun with Star Wars stuff in a normal save. So this is not all that's been added. So this is the Titan set. Up next will be the Warlock set. Here is the Royal Guard or Royal Protector, it's called. This is the set the Warlocks got in Destiny 2. It looks great. It has the robes, of course, which is the signature of Warlocks in Destiny. It has the bond, which with a cool, special, magical effect, just like the bonds in Destiny 2. But that is not all. We also have one more that was given to the Hunter class. And here for the Hunter class was the Covert Ranger. This is the Hunter class. That was all of them. You had Titan, Warlock, and Hunter set added into the game. Now, as you can see, the Hunter set has the cape on the back. That is the notorious class item type for the Hunters. So, if you like these sets, any of them, whether it's just the normal Stormtrooper or one of the other special ones, you can get it right now. And each skin, in Starfield only, each version, like whether the Covert Ranger, Royal Protector, or Stormtrooper, or Shock Trooper it's called, so either one, all of them have a exclusive skin that you can put on at an armor workbench. So if you want to see them, download the mod and check them out. I'm not going to spoil those for you, but they are amazing. Our next mod is Configurable Fast Travel, and we're going to be heading to our gameplay options to get the full benefits of this mod. So this is more for people who kind of want to play on a more harder type way, like whether you're playing kind of a survival mode, you know, a more legit immersive experience. So this is going to allow you to kind of change how you do fast travel. So as you can see here, you're going to be able to have it whether just like normal, vanilla. If you like it just the normal way, leave it at normal. You can switch it to inside a ship, where you can only ever fast travel if you're in your ship. So this makes it that you have to go back to your ship. And then if you want to get a little more crazy with it, you can have it where you can only ever fast travel when you're inside your ship and in space. Or to go even further, you can do it when you can only fast travel when you're in your ship, in space, and seated in the pilot seat. So you can set this to a very immersive way, that you have to be in the pilot seat, ready to fly somewhere to be able to even fast travel. For example, if I try to go ahead and fast travel, say, to my ship from here just outside in New Atlantis, you'll see that when I click, it won't even, I'm clicking E right now, and it's not even reading it. I cannot fast travel to places here. I have to either go to my ship or whatnot. Even if I open the map and I try to go somewhere else, like let's say I want to fast travel over here to this gas giant here, if I click to set course, it's going to say that I can't. Like, it's just not coming up. I'm not allowed to do it. Like, as you can see when I press X, I'm pressing X, and then it says fast travel is unavailable at this location. But you have to be in your pilot seat of your ship to even travel, or any of the other options that you can set. So it is pretty sweet that way. Our next mod is Buildable Spawn Enemy Markers. And this is going to allow us to spawn in enemies to fight. So I've set up a little bit of an arena. I gave it a little bit of a backstory. It's a little bit of an observation town here, a bit of an outpost. And I got my contraband here that are completely empty. So that I can, but you know, it's not loaded into the ship yet. And don't ask why there's a fridge. I forgot to remove this, but I'm gonna leave it in. So, as you can see, the way this works is you'll get one of these, a spawn enemy button. Now, to build this, you're just gonna wanna go to an outpost mode or ship. I guess technically you can put it on a ship. So, if you want, go ahead and go to furniture. Now, when you're in furniture, you're gonna find these two options right here. Like I have placed here, this is the spawn enemy button, and here's going to be the spawn enemies. So you have a few different choices. You have easy, you got medium, hard, very hard, and random. So it'll just spawn a random one. Now, when you go ahead and place these, so I'll just put down a few. Alright, so I put down a few. I just put random down. I didn't put any easy, medium, or hard, so I figure this gives us a good test of all of them. So all you have to do is come back to your button that you placed next to your fridge, of course, or you put it in your fridge. Guess you could theoretically probably do that. So you're going to just press and interact with this. So you're just going to hit spawn enemy, and you're going to see it go up. It's going to kind of do a red flash, and if you turn around, you're going to have enemies all around, allowing you to kind of have some actual epic fights. So they're either going to charge at you if they're a melee build, or they're going to shoot at you depending on what it is. So it is pretty sweet. You can kind of make your own horde mode or your own like target practice type place. It's pretty cool. And you can watch people fly around. Oh my god. So this is pretty sweet, whether you want to just run into the front lines or kind of set it up like I did where I put up some barricades and kind of sat behind them. You can do it either way, and it allows you to really customize how you want to do this. I think it is super cool though, being able to kind of build up defenses, maybe do kind of, it feels almost like a horde mode or tower defense type thing, especially if you put up some turrets of your own. It is pretty sweet. So I can't wait to see if this mod is updated with new features like new choose your enemy types and whatnot. That would be pretty sweet. So there's a lot for this mod that can be done, and there's also just a lot already in it that you can just do. So whether you want to fight some enemies, you just want to get some nice kills, try out some new guns or something of that sort, or you just want to go on a murder spree. Maybe you got the Doom weapon from the new Doom DLC. Well, I say new, but it's been like a month old. The Doom DLC. Or maybe you want to just charge in with something like a new modded weapon, like I have the Hawkmoon from Destiny here, or you want to try out your brand new armor. I mean, that's always a possibility. Of course, these enemies drop weapons and armor just like anyone would, so you can either grab these, or of course, if you don't want to, maybe because you just want to play legit, there's just immersive reasons, you don't have to, or you can set up a cool challenge and have it where maybe you have to only use the stuff that you get from the bodies. That'd be a pretty fun challenge. I'm just saying, see how long you can go on for. So if you really like the idea of placing down enemies and kind of getting to make your own arena, I guess would be a nice way to put it, then be even more happy, because up next we have a way for you to be able to pretty much build your very own ship dungeon. By going to any vendor, you're gonna find these HABs, these HCZ, that's a bit of a tongue twister, HABs. As of right now, there are only two types, both 1x1s. One is for a port, one is a starboard. So this is how it works. So you can go ahead and place an easy, hard, or challenge difficulty. So you kind of can choose like how the rooms go. So we'll go ahead, we'll put an easy one down. Then I will go ahead and put another easy, but I'll do a port instead this time. So let me move everything and put that down. And then I'll go ahead and finish it off with a challenge one. So we have a easy challenge, and let me show you how it works. Now, quick disclaimer, obviously you probably shouldn't do this with your like main favorite ship. This should be more kind of building like a separate ship, like go buy a second ship and kind of, add this. Don't actually try to use and change your real ship, and you'll see why obviously in just a second. Alright, so this is what happens now when you place these down. So if you go ahead and board your ship, you're going to see that you have the rooms over here. And if you look in, you're gonna see an enemy. And that is because these are gonna spawn one enemy per room. And of course, they're not the friendly type. So you can go ahead and take them out and go room by room. So you can really kind of make your own dungeon. As you can see, their levels and stuff depends on what types you put. So keep on going and fighting, and then you get to the challenge one where it spawns two really high level ones, making it a real fight. So if you like ship combat, but maybe you really kind of want to make your own type of ship combat, kind of choose where you put everything, if that makes sense, then you can do that already now with this. So now once you take everybody out, make sure, there's a little bit of a bug as of recording this video. You're going to want to make sure you take out every enemy before exiting your ship. So if you want to refresh the enemies, just leave your ship, rebuild quote unquote the ship, and then come back. So let me show you what I mean. So leave the ship, run over here to the ship services, modify your ship once again, just change one thing super quickly like so. Then make sure you save your changes, and then once you save your changes, head back to your ship. Once you head back, go to those rooms once again, and if done right, you should have an enemy or enemies waiting for you in those rooms. So of course, once you take them out, then you're set all again. And you're able to go ahead and leave, just reset it, or build more if you want to do more, and whatnot. So this is pretty sweet. Just like the last mod, you can make your own kind of dungeon, enemies, whatever type you want to say. It's pretty sweet. But wait, there's more, technically. So technically, the spawn enemies that we did when we were just out at an outpost in the enemy zone, well, technically those can be built in a ship. So if you go ahead and put some down wherever you see fit, like I'm doing right now, and then if you run back to the other side or wherever you want, and you go ahead and put a spawn enemy button down, technically, theoretically, this is a way that you can make it so that you have a whole bunch of different enemy types and stuff. So you do the random again, and technically you can do ship combat this way too. I obviously don't recommend maybe making your main ship a war zone, but hey, the choice is yours, and you can fight it out any style you want. And technically, any crew members you have on your ship or at an outpost, whether you have 100 due to mods or the set number for vanilla Starfield, they will work alongside you. Meaning, you will be able to have not only yourself fight these, which of course you can if you send everyone off, but you can also have a team fighting together, and it makes for some pretty epic screenshots. I won't lie about that. But it also makes for some pretty epic fights. It is a lot of fun to mess around with. So with all of that being said, that's the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below which mod was your favorite. There is some good selections here. And while you're down there, if you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good jazz, because we're going crazy with mod videos, so why not stick around? With all of that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the Starfield.